Good afternoon. Welcome to the wedding show. I am Shelley Armstrong with Shelley Armstrong Events. Thanks for joining in today. Want to welcome our first guest who has a specialty here that we don't see a lot of, so I'm excited to introduce this to you. Caroline Wiehl from J. Hilburn Men's Clothier. She's a personal stylist. Welcome to the show, Caroline.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Thank you very much. And I like it when people add personal touches to weddings, and so that's one of my favorite things to introduce. And so Caroline has a product for the men in our bridal parties, and not only the groom but the groomsmen as well. And we can even dig deeper and go to fathers of the bride and to the groom as well. So Caroline, tell me a little bit about you and about how you got involved with this company.
Okay. Well, I've lived in Fresno for 13 years, and before coming here I did have a career in the apparel industry in San Francisco, so I have a background in fashion. But when I moved here, I took some time off to raise a family.
Wonderful.
And in 2011, I received an email from a good friend in the Bay Area who said, hey, I'm doing this really great job. It's my own business. You can do it on your own time. It's in fashion. And I thought, well, you know what? I think I can do that too. Wonderful. So I've been slowly building my business since then.
Great. So tell me a little bit about J. Hilburn.
Well, J. Hilburn is a company that started in 2007. A couple of Wall Street guys actually really admired Warren Buffett's Tupperware model. And they thought, well, what can we do to mimic that? And they thought, well, we really love nice clothing. So they started with about 20 people in Dallas in their garage with a custom shirt. And we grew from there to basically having everything in the man's wardrobe now.
Fantastic, fantastic. So let's talk a little bit about all this customization. You brought some swatches that I've been looking at, and I love patterns, I love texture,
right,
and colors, and even the material. So let's talk a little bit about why it would be beneficial for a groom and his groomsmen to get something that's a little bit more personalized and stylized towards them.
Right. Well, you know, when you look at wedding magazines and all of that, you see a lot of stuff really geared toward the bride, but there isn't very much for the groom or the groomsman.
Tuxedo, which we all love tuxedos, however.
That's true,
and people want a little something different.
And you might want to actually own your own tuxedo, especially if you're going to wear it once or twice a year to formal events. You really don't want to be renting one at that point. You would rather have your own. And to have one that fits you properly, that is a beautiful quality at an excellent value, is only going to be great for everyone in the long run.
Right.
And the other thing is that depending on the wedding and the location of the wedding and the feel of the wedding, it doesn't have to be a tuxedo. You could wear a beautiful linen suit in the summer that you could also wear to work or to a garden party or to the derby that we have here in Fresno.
Right, and a lot of trends are going that way these days for the grooms, is to not necessarily the full tuxedo, but a more stylized and personalized suit.
That's right. And maybe even just, for example, the groomsmen, it would be wonderful to be able to give them a really personal gift, such as a custom shirt that they could wear in the wedding, and then wear it to work the next week if they needed to. You can really have a lot of fun with the shirts. You can get down to customized contrast fabric, stitching, buttons, all kinds of really unique and personal things.
So they can have some fun with it too. So not only is the bride getting to shop for, you know, her dress, but the groom can actually have a little bit of fun as well. Grooms are pretty stylish these days. I got to give them some credit. And it's a lot of fun watching them try to style themselves for their event. They're wanting to look, well, they're standing next to gorgeous.
That's right.
So when you're standing next to gorgeous, you need to look pretty darn damper yourself. So yeah, I love some of these fabrics and textiles. So you can really, again, get very personal with it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And with monograms as well, you could do something fun, like you could have a monogram of the date of the wedding or the couple's initials. There's really a lot of things that you can do, and all of our fabrics are just beautiful. They all come from Italy. We use mills that have been around. I think one of our mills has actually been around since the 17th century.
Oh, wow.
So these are family-owned and operated mills. That it's a product that you're going to feel really good about. And the other thing I wanted to mention is that there's many men who have never been fit, and it makes them feel really special to be measured and to have their opinion taken into consideration. And once they wear those clothes that fit them right. They stand up taller. They smile bigger. It makes them feel really good.
Right, absolutely. So what is the process?
So the process is I typically come to my client's office, or if we have more than one person, we might go to a conference room or even someone's house if I know them well enough and I feel comfortable doing that. Right. And I have a very effective measuring system. I take about 16 to 20 measurements, and then we talk about how they feel comfortable in their clothes, what kind of fit are they looking for, do they like a really fitted shirt, do they want a little bit more room, right. What's their favorite type of collar, are they going to wear it with a tie, without. We have all those conversations to really give me an idea of what he's going to be happy in. And okay. We look at the fabrics and we'll choose a first shirt, for example. We're only going to cut one to begin with to make sure that everything's fine, and then after that, sky's the limit.
Okay, fantastic. So what's the timing like? How long does it take for, once they place that order, how long does it take?
It takes about 10 days to receive a shirt, and a suit, whether it be a trouser on its own or a sport coat on its own, we're looking at about 4 weeks.
Okay, yeah. So not necessarily as long as a bridal gown might take for the bride to get, but there is still a little bit of timing that you need to plan for.
Absolutely,
okay.
Yeah. You want to, just in case you have to tweak anything or anything needs to be altered. For example, let's say that they want all the trouser legs to be at the same length. Who knows? Maybe, I know bridesmaids do that.
Right.
We can always bring the trouser in unfinished and finish it locally with the shoe that's going to be worn.
Okay, so again, a lot of customization is being offered, and you're able to really tailor this actual service to what the groom and his groomsmen are going to need.
Absolutely, yep.
Wonderful, wonderful. And so let's let our guests know, how do they contact you? How do they get a hold of you?
They can contact me via the email that's on the screen right there. They can also, I have a website as well. It's just Caroline Wiehl at jhilburn.com.
Okay.
I think that's right. Or the email, and then also I have a cell phone that might be put up on the screen as well. I'm not sure if they have that or not. But certainly that email is a great way to get a hold of me. Okay,
fantastic. So basically, you would probably recommend that the guests start and the grooms start at least a couple months ahead, just to kind of go through the fitting process, go through the selection process of, again, just fantastic fabrics and color choices. And I know that the bride is going to want to have her say in this as well. Right. So it'll give them plenty of time. But again, you don't need as long as the bride needs with her dress.
Although if they are considering a suit, 2 months is minimum, I would say, because again, this is a very important day, and we really want to make sure that everything is just right.
Right. So probably, guys, you should probably give Caroline a call about 4 months in advance, I would say. Get the process rolling, get everyone in there to get fitted, get your sample shirt in, get it tried on, make sure it's all good to go, and take it from there.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Yeah. All right. Well, again, Caroline's number is up on the screen and her website. So contact Caroline and set up your appointments and get the ball rolling on this. The last thing you want to do is wait till the last minute and not have the right thing to wear. So, Caroline, thank you for sharing with us today. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.